So we're in the beginning of February. I've not done a video for a while, and I was just looking out of interest what kind of courses people were offering out there at the moment. What I came across a couple of people offering online auto locksmith courses or online locksmith courses, which I have to be honest, I found quite incredible. How somebody can offer to train you either as an auto locksmith or a locksmith via an online course. So I decided to spend the £140 and enroll to the course to see what the course was offering. So first of all, can you learn anything from an online course? When I logged in to this particular online course, you can actually find better information, more detailed information for free on YouTube or the internet. The course was really basic, a lot of misinformation within the course. Obviously the way that they big the course up is to tell you lots of things that are not true. So I'd like to go through just a few of those things. So number one, can you learn anything? Not really, because the only way that you can learn anything is to physically have the things in your hand, and that means that you either have to do a course where you attend a workshop, or you have to do a course that is on the jobs training. But can you learn anything as an auto locksmith from watching an online course? It's my opinion that no, not at all. You can't learn a thing. Can you learn anything about being a locksmith from an online course? You might learn one or two of the basics, but again, you need to be on a course where you've got the tools in your hand, where you're practicing, where you're able to work on locks. So can you learn anything from an online course? My answer is no, you can't. Number two, value for money. Of course it's not value for money. They're charging you £140, £150 for an online course, and you're learning nothing. They're promising you the world, they're telling you you learn this and you learn that, but you know, the majority of it is to get you dragged in to sign up for that course. What I found on this particular course was that there was this promise of wealth. You know, do my online course and you can earn $1,000 or £1,000 a day, and this was a UK course. Can you earn £1,000 a day? There are days where, as an auto locksmith, that you may earn 500, 800, you may earn £1,000, but I would say that on an average day you'll probably earn £300 to £500 on an average day. If you are an auto locksmith and a locksmith, you may be able to maybe earn between £300 and £600 a day, sometimes a little bit more depending on the jobs. But to promise that you will earn £1,000 a day every day, it's bunkum, complete bunkum. The big money with auto locksmithing is with EPROM, and at the moment EPROM isn't something that is readily available to the average auto locksmith because it takes a lot of training, a lot of understanding. So don't be drawn in with promises of wealth. You've got to work hard. Number four, YouTube. Everything that this online course was showing, I could watch for free on YouTube. I could watch videos on how to be an auto locksmith, lock picking as an auto locksmith, live jobs as an auto locksmith, what equipment do I need as an auto locksmith. All the information is there free on YouTube, because all they're doing is showing you videos. So again, don't waste your money when it's free on YouTube. Number 5, the internet. Use the internet as a resource for searching and looking at either being a locksmith or being an auto locksmith. But all the information that you would need to think about taking yourself forward is there. Again, on this particular website, they were offering startup packages. We'll design your website, we'll design your AdWords, we'll do this, we'll do that. Of course they will, but it's all for money. I mean, they're not going to do it for nothing. So again, it's all about drawing you in. It's all about, you believe in what they're saying, and it is bunkum. Do not sign up to an online course, and do not hand your money over for startup packages. It's absolute rubbish. Number 7, I've put website. Again, this particular company were offering to build your website. When you're first starting off, you can build your own website. You can use people like Wix, or you can use many different companies where you can build your own website. I mean, admittedly, once you've started to earn a bit of money, you might want to go down the route of either learning SEO yourself, or paying someone to do the SEO and promote your website a bit more. But initially, you can build your own website. I built mine using WordPress, and then using an add-on which was called Elementor, and I built my own website. AdWords to some extent is the key to you getting work. But when you go on to AdWords, it looks like a minefield. It looks like an absolute minefield, and there's people out there that saying, we'll do your AdWords and manage it for £500 a month, we'll do your AdWords and manage it for £400 a month. Don't do it. Take my advice, and first of all, buy AdWords for Dummies. Great book, great information. Go onto YouTube and look at AdWords courses. They're free. There's people on there that this course is 20 minutes long, course is an hour long. If you look up AdWords for Locksmiths, there's help and advice there. Don't expect to do it overnight, but if you just sit down and have a little think, go through, build your own, you can do it. You don't need to pay people to do your website and do your AdWords. Number 9, correct training. This is only my opinion. First of all, you have to do some kind of course. Most courses tend to be in workshops. I think when you do a course, whether it's an auto locksmith course or a locksmith course, when you come away from that course, I believe that you've probably learnt maybe 25%, maybe 40% of what that particular job is about. Because when you get on the job as a locksmith or auto locksmith, every job you approach is completely different. There is no kind of general job. Everything is different, and you learn more and more when you're on the job. If you can find somebody that trains on the job, so you're actually doing live jobs instead of in a workshop, then that's even better, because that's what you need. So as an example, and I'm not tied into anybody that I mention, as an example, I think that if you wanted to train as an auto locksmith, there is a company called Fox Locks that is run by Peter. and his son, and they do on the job training. So you're on live jobs, real jobs. They give you all the training manuals. They're not tied into anyone. They don't try and get you to build, to buy equipment, and that's great. Now there are lots of other people out there offering courses. Hickley's are one that offer courses. There are quite a few people, but once you've done that course, it's nice to get out with somebody and maybe shadow them for a while and see what it's like to do real jobs. Again, locksmith training, again you'll learn 25%, 40% of what the job is about and what tools are used. But again, when you get out there, every job is different. So again, you need to do some training. So for locksmith training, I would look at something like the UK Locksmith Association, or the Master Locksmith Association. I would probably use one of those two for locksmith training. Money, finally. To be an auto locksmith, it is my opinion, and I am an auto locksmith, that you cannot set up and you cannot go out and work for any less than about £25,000. Take the notice of, on this particular online site, they're telling you can do it cheaply. They even tell you not to do spare keys because there's no money in spare keys. I mean, you can do a spare key for 120 quid and the key might only cost you 7 quid or 10 quid. So I mean, this particular online course said don't do spare keys. Never heard anything as rubbish in my whole life. If you got 5 jobs that day and they were all spare keys and each one was 120 to 140 pound, and each key was only £10, well, life's good, isn't it? So again, for some reason, this particular course was saying, don't do spare keys. So to be an auto locksmith, it is my opinion to have the equipment, to have the van, to have the advertising, to have the insurance, to have all the picks, the right equipment. Anything less than £25,000 and I think you're struggling. For a locksmith, slightly different. You could probably buy the tools that a locksmith needs for about £600, work from the boot of your car, and you could probably start off like that. Obviously, if you start buying key cutters, you need to get yourself a little van. But generally, you could probably spend about £600 and work from the rear of your vehicle. But eventually, you would need to get a van. It just looks better, doesn't it? If you turn up and open the boot of your car, but if you turn up and your van is sign righted or it's got a nice van, it portrays a different thing. So again, money wise, just be aware, because on this particular site that was saying that take this course and you will be qualified to be an auto locksmith, or you will qualified to be a locksmith, and I think the course in general probably lasted a couple of hours, and I have never heard anything as rubbish in my life that you can become an auto locksmith or a locksmith from an online course. Go onto YouTube, watch their videos, look for the basic equipment as an auto locksmith, Smart Pro, Z-Full, leashy picks, look at auto locksmith jobs, that kind of thing. If you're thinking of being a locksmith, then again, go online, look at picking Euro cylinders, look at mortise locks, look at lockouts, how to get in if somebody locks out, look at anti-drill, anti-pick, anti-snap cylinders, and just look at lock pullers, snap bars, everything that you need for being a locksmith. But avoid even spending £140 on online locksmith courses. This particular one was being run from Brighton, and it is absolute rubbish.